Chelsea gets it done in the first game of the Club World Cup against LAFC. First half, I think this team came out. Well, first off, let me know how y'all feel about the team. Let me know how you feel about this game went. But they started off very physical game, very intense game for both teams in that first half. Man, even fighting going off the field. But then you go into the second half, and I want to talk about the goals in a little bit more in detail here in a second. But you go into the second half, it looks like both teams settled down, and then Chelsea became a little bit more controlled. I think at times in like that gap between when we probably the 50 and the 70th minute before we scored that second goal, like at times we looked a little rattled because we felt like we didn't have. We wanted to sit back and be comfortable, with the lead, but they were still pressing us. They were still, trying to catch us out and get that equalizing goal. And I think that was a big reason for our little delay at times. But for the most part, when you look at this match, like I saw a team who, they starting to really get glued together. I think we were a great team before. I think now we're starting to really feel it as a team. But I think the struggles still to me are defensively. I think defensively we still need to figure out what that team looks like. I think the starting lineup he put out today looked pretty good. It's probably about this kind of the same lineup I put out the other day. But if you look at it, like my biggest issues, I guess you would say, is Madueke on that left hand side. To me, he just wasn't good enough. When Tyreek George came on, he looked drastically better. And I like George a lot today. He brought a different level of intensity and flair. I think the more he plays, the more he'll find his feet and find his form. I think I look at the goals. Great goal from Pedro Neto and the team. And then Liam Delap for the first goal, and then Liam Delap with a perfect cross in to Enzo Fernandez to get Delap's first assist with the club. And just picked out Enzo perfectly well. Like that's what we need in number 9. And just and you can see like the difference between Liam Delap and Nicholas Jackson. Like just the movement off the ball just looked drastically better, and I think that's something that that Nicholas Jackson should be paying attention to, should be learning from. I'm not saying that in the lap is like a godsend, but like he definitely can teach. He can definitely teach Nicholas Jackson some things. But regardless, looking at the rest of the team, the lap. To start the season off, the lap at the 9. Cole Palmer a big thing I noticed is that as a team that we looked a little rattled. We look a little like our touches were heavy. Like we didn't have our feet under us a little bit in the first half and into the second half a little bit. We calmed down a lot after we got that second goal, but we just looked like we were being rushed. Like we didn't. Like we were over hitting balls when it comes to you playing balls in behind or switching or whatever, and I think we just needed to settle down a little bit. But listen, not a bad first game. We get all 3 points, and we get the win here, and so it'd be good to see if we could actually go far in this thing. I'd be interested again. Defensively, I think Chelsea needs to figure out who that other center back is, and then out wide to the left. Madueke is not good enough. We're going to have to figure out who his replacement is going to be. So let me know what y'all think down below in the comments. It's going to be a good summer, a long summer for Chelsea FC.